www.baconicecream.com.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness. I'm one of your hosts, Rich Haywood, here from Bacon Ice Cream Productions, Team RTFC. We've got Ed, Retro KillDashNine. What's going on?
Hey.
And then, of course, we got Crow, as always. What's going on? What's going on?
A lot of stuff, but then that's why we're late, because they couldn't stop talking about it. But let's.
That's right. We've got all sorts of cool stuff.
I remember people have to be
today,
summoned to do the thing. That's all I'm going to say.
So first off, though, how's everyone's week been? Right, mine's been absolutely bonkers. But how about you guys?
I think wine has too, but I don't know about Ed. Yeah, yours too, because you're talking about stuff that you've been dealing with.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In other words, you have been busier than normal. I can tell when he gets to responding back to me via text messages and stuff. That's how busy. If he's not busy within an hour or so, the next day it'll be like.
Yes.
Shoot, man. It's like,
yes.
Put the kids to bed. Go away. No, he doesn't.
It's been nuts, man. It's been nuts. But all right, let's say hi to the chat real quick because it's jumping already. Thanks everyone for coming in early today. We got Dan Nastic in the house. We got Snake Eater. We got Lloyd R. Jim. What's going on? We got Rigatoni in the house. What's up? We got Jason Shires. How's it going? DJ. How's it going? Crimson Cross and Chris Westerman. What's it going on? All right, it's awesome. It's awesome stuff. So we've got a pretty cool show lined up. We got lots of cool things, some interesting stories, an announcement finally about what is the plan for our things here on the bacon ice cream side of things, which is gonna be really cool. So you don't want to miss that. It's gonna be pretty early. I'm not gonna make you guys wait too long because in case we go longer than a certain period of time, I got a hard stop today, so I'm just gonna be like, hey, see ya. But we'll make sure we get that done before the end, before we even get to talk about the last part of Gaelco Collection 1, which is, of course, our final little talk about this collection. There's only 6 games on this cart. We're talking about the bottom ones today. That's Biomechanical Toy, Glass, and Snowboard Championship, which I actually have to lead in. I forgot to put those in.
I don't think people want to hear about that. There's no other news or anything, right?
There's nothing else going on, right?
Well, I didn't think so until you told me, because that's how out of it I've been.
Actually, we're going to scrap that. We're going to start again from Atari 1 collection.
That's it. Yeah, you know what? Thank with Gaelco.
Yeah, we should just start over from the start.
Let's start talking about asteroids again. Wasn't that a great game? All right. Anyway, all right. So there was a little bit of news, that dropped actually yesterday from the folks over at Blaze. But before we get into that, there was internal Evercast news. Do you want to start talking about what your adventure was with the
what?
Yes. Okay, so I think I do need to address this. Okay, so as you all know, I've been wanting the Renovation 1 collection since last year. Whenever they announced it, it's Sega, but not it's unofficial Sega.
Yeah,
but it's cool.
You're the one that wanted it the most, and yet you're the last one to get it.
Yes. So there's this curse or black cloud over me. So for some reason, I try to get it through. So here's the story. My next video will probably be going more into detail, but quick recap. So ordered through Video Games Plus. Come to find out, everything going through Canada is being delayed to the 31st, or whatever, end of April. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to wait. So what do I do? So I cancel that, and I go through Fun Stock, which maybe I should have in the first place. But it's okay, you're being punished because you didn't order through Fun Stock. I don't know. And then before that, actually feels like I'm being punished for writing Amazon off, because since I didn't pre-order through them, now you can't even get the Renovation. You can't get anything after the pre-order. Okay, so it's Fun Stock, you're my only hopes. Okay, so boom. So order that, order Gremlin Collection, April 6th, order is placed. And I figure about a week is around the turnaround time, when stuff ships, because that's when the Founder Edition and the Purple Evercade. But one thing I didn't take into consideration is once, so it goes through Royal Mail, and then once it hits your country of origin, then it goes through whatever carrier. I don't know how that gets determined. Maybe it's by the shipper. But anyways, it used to go through DHL, which is pretty quick. And actually my replacement Evercade, the white one, that I got super quick through DHL. So anyways, on the 6th, of course, it goes through USPS. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I actually like USPS, but what I didn't factor in, that's ordering within the United States. Like, you know, the Tetris Ultimate Collection, I got that like in 2 days because that was like shipping from like Washington or whatever. So this sits there on the 6th, and then there's like movement, like, okay, it's going to go to Chicago, Illinois, blah, blah, blah. And then it's not as up to date. Like, so I set my alerts to get texts because the shop app is usually behind a little bit. But then there wasn't movement for a while, and then there was, and then, you know, to make a long story short, I was supposed to get it a week earlier than I would, because it was like arriving today. And then after it said arriving today, then it's funny that the shop app was like arrived yesterday, and then I get a text arriving late. So then finally, when the heck did I get it? Like in the 26th. So it was like, you know, it's been delayed quite a while. I finally get it. I open it up in so much excitement. And so for those of you that don't know, you know, for my YouTube process, when I get something, if I'm going to do an unboxing, I film it, because whether I use it or not, you can only unbox it once. Then I like to dive into my first impression. So here's where it gets even more fun. I was so excited, I actually forgot to hit record.
Oh no!
So, which it wouldn't have been a big deal because I only played the collection for 20 minutes. I could have gone back and I could have re-recorded it, and I could have released my first thoughts next week. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that now.
You could do your second thoughts.
Yeah, but so the card doesn't work. So so earlier in that day, I just loaded it up on the purple handheld for the fun of it. Played Valis a little, just for, sometimes I'll do, you get something, you get excited, you want to play a game for a few minutes. Did a save state, put it into the VS, loaded with the save state, no issues. And then after I beat a first level of something, I like to do a quick save and then a save in slot 2 so I can go back or whatever. And then at that time I noticed that the save in the quick slot, the icon, like there wasn't any picture, there wasn't a snapshot. Kind of like what you would see with older firmware, but kind of weird.
The quick save slot, the first slot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's confusing because you would think quick save is quick save. God, I can't even talk. Quick save, is it 1? Is it 2? But
yeah, I always avoid putting it in the first spot because I accidentally hit quick save sometimes.
Well, that's right. Yeah, that's why I create. That's kind of like the temporary one, right? Like we kind of need to get a backup one. So, but that's like your temporary one that you have. So I beat a level, I save that. And, that saves without any issues. But then I go ahead to save into the first real slot, and then it just hard locks. Like sometimes it's some games that kind of go do and freeze for a second. It just hard locks. And I'm sitting there 5 or so minutes, and I'm like, what do I do? And then I'm like, well, I really have no choice. Force power off the VS, turn it back on. And then it comes up, and that card isn't detected. And I'm like, okay, because sometimes sometimes cards can be finicky where I've had to reseat them, and I do that. Nothing happens. So then I take out, I put it in my purple VS, nothing happens. Put it in the white VS, nothing happens. So there's something weird on that cart that because I can only think of a few things. Either it was like a bad chip, and when it wrote, it corrupted the rest of it because it's Linux. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe the file system didn't shut down, or it was just a bad chip, but it was like it wasn't there. So I made a quick little 30-second video, and I didn't want to have to put everything into the living room and film it on my VS. So I only filmed it on those 2 Evercades because I figured that would have been good enough proof for fun stock. Sent it to them, made it unlisted. And they
I was going to say, I didn't see a 30-second video from you. It was like, oh, you probably didn't post it.
Well, I didn't just listen. I didn't just want to throw it up and just cause a bunch of drama. And people are like, well, what's going on without any intro or any explanation? And I didn't have time to do. So it was literally just to put it there for proof so I could sort of fun stock. And then because, at the time I was a little bit sad, I did post that to Facebook and to Discord just so people could see my experience. It was only kind of, just kind of meant for a small group. And then Sarah from Funstock responded back saying, oh, we're so sorry. We'll send you out another one right away. They just said, hey, is this still the same address that it's shipped to? I'm like, yes. I said, please give me a tracking number, which I'm hoping it goes out Monday. And I think because I just showed the handheld, some people are like, oh, is it the firmware and all that? And people are saying they had issues like with Mega Cats 2, where someone said they had that happen to them with the Xeno Crisis collection. So I went back, tested all that stuff, tested Pico 2, so it's fine. So, and then Gremlin 1 collection worked. I put it in the handheld, did a save state, loaded that save state up. So I don't know if you guys want to put it to rest and test and replicate what I did, but I'm 99.9% sure it's a bad card. It's nothing to do with the latest firmware. But I tell you though, so here's the thing, right? I'm not in any way mad like it Blaze. It's just it's unfortunate that it's happened that it's happened to me, and it's it's kind of like the price that we
Well,
pay for getting something manufactured in China. But I tell you though,
you did contact you contact the support from Blaze, right? Did you get any sort of, when was that?
No,
Did you get a response back?
I responded to Funstock directly because in Discord, like Sean and Ryan always tell you, go who you bought it from.
Okay.
So, but I did mention it in Discord just because I tagged Sean and Ryan, and Sean was really cool. He's like, so sorry to hear that. They'll send you out a replacement quickly. So the nice thing is, if you either do have an issue with the distributor that you buy it from, or if you want to bring it to their attention, they can kind of piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the faster way. Go to the reseller.
Yeah, there was actually a problem with, I can't remember. I think it was like Mega Cat Collection 2 or something like that. I can't remember. The one with Arcagist Revolution. Was that Indie Heroes? I can't remember exactly which collection that was. But I tested all the games and they all seemed to work. But then when I got further into it, it turns out a couple of the games didn't work, actually. But by that time, it had already been past my return window from Amazon. So I went to Funstock, not Funstock, Blaze, and I kind of contacted their support. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's definitely not right. There's nothing we can do about it. So I contacted Amazon. Even though it was past the return window, they did exchange it for me. But cool. I would think I would always go to Blaze support first anyway, just to make sure it was something that I could exchange.
Yeah. Well, so here's the funny thing, and I think my next video is going to be a recreation of this experience, but it's the handle. So here's just kind of how I felt, right? Because the weird thing is I didn't even feel I felt defeated. So kind of how I felt was here, and just imagine, I don't have the.
Here we go.
I don't have the clip. No, hold on. No, there's a clip that explains how I feel, but let me set this up. So just kind of imagine as you watch this quick clip, imagine me just kind of like staring at the screen, staring at the VS, kind of like taking the cartridge in and out, and just kind of being dumbfounded, like just imagine. Okay, here we go. As soon as it uploads, it's processing. Just imagine that this is me, kind of frantically swapping carts around, looking at the screen, kind of how I felt. This is me.
No, God, please, no.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So it's, but no, it's funny because people are trying to send the video. I can't tell if Jason's being serious, but here's kind of the thing from just basic troubleshooting, as I know I always have a technical background. It's like the only variable that had changed is the actual cart. So it's like you take the cart out, swap it in known good hardware, and it works. And the handheld is older firmware. Yeah. So if it was a firmware issue, it would have, it would have worked. Now, what would have been cool that I can't remember his name. Someone did suggest that if there was a possibility where maybe in the future, if you had an issue with a cart, you could just put it into the VS and it could reflash it. That would be cool. But who knows? But the thing though is, if it's a faulty chip, do you really want that? You really kind of want the cart replaced?
Right.
I don't know how feasible it is to actually just have the whole cart reflashed, if you can even do that.
Yeah, I know.
Because things can be updated on the cart, but what's the limit? I mean, is it to the point where you could actually just reflash a cart with a whole other cart?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's had some kind of story about something like that with the carts. And yeah, I mean, static discharge is a thing, and it affects ROMs badly. So yeah, I mean, not to say that this was an event that that would have been a static kind of thing. And this more sounds like it's just a quirky ROM chip or something like that. But
yeah, dude, I know, because I in my house, I don't usually when I'm just chilling, I don't even wear socks. More comfortable barefoot. So.
Yeah, MGB. Yeah, we did start a little early, but that's okay, right?
So yeah, my next video.
Hopefully that'll get fixed for you soon. They'll get the replacement.
See, that's the thing is, I knew that it would get replaced. I have so that's kind of the thing, right? Because the resellers that Blaze uses for the most sort of reputable fun stock, I knew I would get it. The question is when. Am I going to get the Intellivision and the Morph Cat cart before this one? That's all. I just want to play it.
Right. So so just real quick before we move on to the next thing, you said you wanted somebody to be a guinea pig.
Yes.
And test something out. So what do you want me to do here?
Oh, first take the cart, put it in your hand, put it in the handheld.
I'll put it in a handheld first.
Yeah. And then
All
load up Valus, play it for 2 seconds, and then just do a save state to the quick slot.
All right. So now you gotta get me. I gotta pull out the handheld.
Well, I'm just sitting here. Maybe I'll do it too.
Because here's the thing, though. Like here's what I feel like is happening to me while you're doing this.
Jeez.
There's that black cloud out there that's just following me, so I need to break it. And maybe by y'all proving this, I bet that'll break the curse. So that's gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just boot it up. You don't need to plug it, and just load up the original Valus. Yeah, the one where you're Valus. That's the one where you're the blue-haired. Just like play it for a few seconds, and then save it to the quick slot. And then what I want you to do before you take the card out is just look, and you should have I want to make sure you should have the real icon. Like it shouldn't just be blank and show the time.
Right.
And then all I want you to and then all we're gonna do is just take that cart, put it into the VS, load that quick save. And then just save to a quick save, and then save to the first slot. You should be good. But if it's blank, then I'm going to be like, "Don't do it."
All right.
Okay. So save to the quick save slot.
In Valus, yeah.
I'm going to save to the other slot too.
You can, yeah, that's fine. Because I did this because for sanity check, that's the first thing I did the Gremlin collection is I loaded up a.
So then quit out and put it in the VS and see if you can load it up.
Save.
Yeah, but what are your icons? Yeah, do you get the real icons?
Well, my icon looked normal.
Okay.
When I saved that on the handheld.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yep. Oh wait, your quick slot. Why is that empty?
I didn't do a quick save yet.
Oh, okay. You scared me. I was like.
So I'm gonna do a quick save though, just in case.
Yeah. I was like, because I think this is really just a one-off, is what
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
And then you want me to load this in the VS now?
Yeah, load it in the VS and then
All right.
Okay, so it's loaded into the VS, and we just want to look at the menu.
Well,
just do a quick save. Do a quick save. Okay, just quick save.
And then save it to the first slot. Yeah, the quick save should go.
Well, yeah, just quick save, and then
save it to the and then go to load. Actually, no, go and load that save.
Yeah, seems fine to me.
And now save that to the other slot, and it should work fine because you'll have the icon. Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, I haven't played Valus yet.
The story is fun. Yeah, and see it works normally. So.
And then save. I'll just save to a new slot.
Yeah. See, and you know how sometimes it does that. For me, that noise didn't even exist. It just went hard lock.
Oh, you know what's I kind of do enough quick saving to know when it happens. It usually happens right after a save. So if you save and load, it'll do that thing. But if you load again, it doesn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It always happens right after a save.
So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but that definitely is what it seems like. It just seems like it's a bad ROM on the on your card.
Exactly. Put the conspiracy to and keep in mind that Rich also got his from Funstock, Crow got his from Amazon.
Yep.
They're both versions of it at work. So it's because I didn't want to open up this conspiracy theory rabbit hole. I'm like, it's not the firmware, it's a bad card. It's unfortunate that it was just me.
Well, you don't have to worry, Jason. It looks like it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll hope that end you get yours.
Really, Amazon for which? Is it Amazon US? When did you pre-order? Because I pre-ordered it in December, and I actually got it on release day.
Power. Sorry, Mike.
I mean that is interesting to know. Like that's a weird that's almost like a back order situation.
Maybe
you didn't order it. You didn't order it early enough.
Hey, just wanted to point out crossover real quick that we did have Mike Tendo Power on calling all retro gamers. He was an awesome special guest.
He was an awesome guest.
You'll need to check that out if you haven't. Yeah. A lot of fun.
Yeah, links are in the description for that too, in case you want to hop on over.
Yeah.
Recently spent some time playing Zool on the VS.
Oh yeah, Zool on the Zool on the VS is going to be the Genesis version. It's not going to be the Amiga version.
That's right. Yeah, because if it was the Amiga version, people start going nuts. because then
Yeah, we would love to see some Amiga games on the Evercade. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
They'd have to redo some of the collections because, like the Bitmap Brothers, and there was another one I can't remember. I think maybe the Bitmap Brothers, and there was another one that had a lot of Genesis version of Amiga games on it, like Codemasters. Maybe I think it was.
So I think what's put the kibosh on that of why Blaze isn't getting that now is, don't forget the Mini just came out, and who knows, maybe that's been in production for a while, and so they probably said, hey, we want the Mini to come out first. We want maybe to sell that for a year or so.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then sure, after we sell a good amount, then maybe you guys can have it. So maybe they'll be more reasonable with their licensing.
Technically, the US version of the Mini hasn't been released yet.
Oh,
because that's the version I ordered, and I'm not getting that till at least the end of May.
Oh wow,
well, that's true.
So it may happen. It may happen.
Yeah. Lloyd R. Jim is waiting for his from Video Games Plus as well.
Yeah, that's not gonna ship until the end of April.
Oh, it might be the NES version. I just know it's not the Amiga version. If it's the Super Nintendo version, I didn't even know that was on the Super Nintendo.
It's the Genesis version.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I thought it was the Genesis version too. Yeah. So, all right. Well, people are starting to chomp at the bit about some stuff.
Yeah.
And where was the first?
Yeah. Surprised Ian Hobbies isn't here yet.
Yeah.
Hint.
Yeah, it said some stuff there. I don't want to jump right into that comment by Dan, but we did get a little bit of a teaser.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So yeah, Crow didn't see it. So you know what?
I had no idea.
We're just gonna roll it, and then we'll talk about this in a second. So let's do this.
I had no clue.
I think it's an arcade game that takes quarters.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But we do know through the magic of the internet some awesome Evercadian sleuths out there. I think they figured it out.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. What are they saying? Because I don't think I'd have a guess. But if I heard what it was, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
So I'm gonna do something real quick. We're gonna start from here, right? I'm going to turn it up just a hair and then listen here.
Yeah, the noise.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
All right.
I would not have guessed it, but if we're getting a Jaleco Arcade Collection, that'd be great.
I mean,
and it's a really cool game too with the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you start to hear shooting in game, the sounds, I
wouldn't have put this together. I'm not totally familiar with the sound effects and everything from this game.
Yeah, and hat tip to those intrepid people over on the Evercade fans hub, as it's now called, because that was almost near immediate. That announcement came, and within the hour, there was like several postings. It's like, oh, it's this. It's like, wow, that's crazy.
What I'm doing is I'm looking up what Jaleco arcade games are there. I'm gonna guess right off the bat that City Connection's gonna be on it.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Please,
it has to be.
The arcade version of City Connection would be awesome.
Yeah,
and I know we have it on the Jaleco collection. I just it was funny too because I had just done the Fun 5 on that.
Oh, we could get the arcade version of Astyanax, which is totally different from the NES version.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, and I know some people are like, I don't want duplicates, but I'm like, you know what? I do, because the arcade versions and console, they're fundamentally different a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
sometimes the console version is just a weak version of the arcade version, like City Connection and like Bad Dudes was on the NES. But then sometimes the games are just fundamentally different.
Yeah. But see, to me, like, I don't consider. I mean, yeah, I guess technically it's kind of a duplicate, but I'm like, we've had the Jaleco console version for a long time, so it's like now it's like, you know, it's like I kind of feel like sometimes those console versions, like Bad Dudes, are just a taste, and now you get like the full, you know. So I like it. Now, if they just did a collection that was only just like if they only put out all the arcade versions of the console, then that would upset. But I would even be fine with that if they threw in like a couple new arcades. As long as they give me something new.
It'd be hard to guess because, like, if I looked up a list of Jaleco arcade games, and there's got to be at least 50 or so.
Like, yeah, I don't know if you saw the same resource, but I'm about to share this. This is I just went looking too. This is crazy. Check this out, guys. Let me just get this Chrome tab up here.
But I'm just gonna guess right off the bat that that would have been a better place to look it up. I just searched Google, but yeah, right off the bat, I just got to say City Connections probably got to be on that collection too. And I would also guess Astyanax, just because we did have the NES version, and that one is a bit different.
Yeah,
I mean, they can't be all arcade games. I don't think there was a bases. I guess bases loaded video game. Okay, you know what? You have to filter this down because it's a type.
Good type.
So the weird thing is they list 64th Street, a detective story, as just video game, but I thought that was an arcade game.
Yeah, I don't think this is 100% correct because Astyanax says video game, but that was both. That was both an arcade game and an NES game.
That's sad face then.
But no, I mean, some of this is Peekaboo. I hope Peekaboo's on there.
Yeah, skating shot. Yeah, it doesn't list that many as arcade game, but I see a cabinet platform. That's a Mega System 32. Super Battle is a driving game that had to have been an arcade game. Captain Flag, Basketball.
Bases Loaded it's just an NES game, and it's weird because I don't think there's an arcade version of that. But if that's listed, I mean, why not Bases Loaded 2 and Bases Loaded 3 and Bases Loaded 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Unless Jaleco didn't develop those games, but then again, they didn't actually develop Bases Loaded on the NES either, so they just published that.
All I can say. So once they show that and they figured out Gaelco Arcade, this is how I felt. Would you kill this thing? Yeah.
All right, this one.
Are
you sure you didn't feel like this?
Would you kill this thing?
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so
someone to be trying to summon myself.
This one might be a better resource here. It says it seems to list just arcade.
Oh, good. I can read that better too. Jeez.
Checkman, Pop Flamer, Chameleon.
Exerion, I would bet would be on it. That was there was an NES port of that as well, but it was only a Famicom release.
No,
if you click on any of these, do they actually show you like screenshots and stuff?
Well, it'll
probably go to another page.
Yeah, another page, right? Okay. Sky Fox.
I heard of that.
There's Saint Dragon. Oh, the Astyanax is the same year, actually.
P47. Why is that very familiar?
Yeah.
Is that a shooter?
Saint Dragon. Yeah.
P47. Is that a shooter or is that a gun game? What kind of shooter?
Probably shoot 'em up.
Yeah, I would imagine. We could click on it.
Yeah, click on it and see.
Yeah. P47.
It looks like
it's a shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any. No more.
So many shoot 'em ups. There's so many shoot 'em ups out there in Galloping Ghost Arcade. One of the whole rooms is just nothing but shoot 'em ups. Yeah, just shoot 'em ups.
I'd never leave that room. But yeah, that seems very familiar. Like I think I might have actually played that like on a MAME or in the arcade or something. So that's why.
Oh, there's one.
Wait, I'm not a big fan of Tetris Plus, but the Game Paradise, I didn't know that was an arcade game. That's I think a TurboGrafx game, unless I'm mistaken. Huh?
Just any version.
Maybe I am mistaken. I take the pick. That was on the PlayStation. The Game Paradise was a PlayStation game.
Sean's here.
Wait a second. So funny that Sean is here because remember, and I thought this was a done issue. Remember the last time they were live when I told him, I said, hey, if there was any version of Tetris on a cart, I would just like do cartwheels, and he's just kind of So I wonder, is that?
Are you familiar with Tetris Plus at all? Have you played it before? I played that on PlayStation. And basically, what it is you're playing Tetris, but you're eliminating lines to help a explorer escape
Oh,
yes.
because of the GBA, that's a puzzle mode. You can play that puzzle mode and have that explore. There was an arcade version of that. Oh my god!
Yes,
It was originally an arcade game. Yeah.
It looks like there was a second one too. So.
Yeah, there's a second one too. Yeah.
That's cool.
Let me see
Very cool.
I'm gonna see if I can find some footage of that real fast.
What is all this? Rockin' 3, Rockin' Mega Session.
I'm guessing that's the rhythm games probably.
Gotcha.
Probably around the same time, like when the Beamani games were starting to get popular, like the Dance Dance Revolution and the Beatmania games.
Yeah, it looks like all this stuff.
Stepping for sure is like Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be on the Evercade.
So
all of these games here is probably no.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll go back in through here though. There's some cool stuff in here, and it's cool because there's even some prototype stuff action, so you never know. Like maybe
I'm gonna crack up if Peekaboo's on there.
Hey Rich, can I share
Tetris
Plus arcade real quick?
Oh sure.
Because if we get this, I'm like the hype is real. So let me fast forward this a little bit. Play.
Yeah.
Let me turn that. Wow. So what's great? This is exactly how it is on GB not GBA. I'm sorry because it's my card on Game Boy Color or Game Boy. That's exactly how it is. But this is better graphics.
Well, yeah, I played this on the PlayStation. I think I rented it. I don't think I bought it, and I was like, I just kind of disappointed. I don't think they had a standard. Oh, I guess it does have a normal mode. Yeah, it does have a normal mode.
It's just like the Game Boy port. Oh my god! But like better graphics and arcadey.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the Game Boy version is the port. Yeah. This is the original.
Yes, this is the original. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, this. Oh man, I still have my copy on on PlayStation 1, and I put it in every once in a while just to play some. And this is this might be my favorite Tetris game.
How fantastic!
That is interesting with the Tetris licensing, though. It's like, who owns Tetris? The Tetris license now, is it Electronic Arts? But you think about in the past, so many different publishers had published Tetris over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to get like permission from EA, the current owners of Tetris, or the Tetris company, in order to re-release any of those older versions?
Oh, that might be a sticky wicket there. But
yeah,
I don't know how sticky it is now, because just think about it. Like, how good would it be that like they even have just the Game Boy version of Tetris on the Evercade or the NES version? What I would love to see is the Atari Arcade version of Tetris, because that was my favorite version.
Oh,
but
really?
does that have the split screen though, or does it not?
Yeah, that's the one with the split screen. But it's funny because if you don't play with a second player, it's not even a standard game of Tetris. You always have to clear a certain number of blocks. And then the Russian guy would come out and dance. But if you weren't playing with another person, the other screen turned into like a statistics where it would show you how many blocks you had gotten of a certain type as you played. And then like the final levels, the puzzles were basically the high score table.
Yep.
So it's owned by the Tetris, but publishers would need their permission. Okay.
Well, the Tetris company, I don't know, like they own the rights to Tetris. So, but also, it's like, it was formed. And it like Tetris has had such a weird history because it was owned originally by the Soviet Union. So nobody really knew who owned the game, and they would so they would actually just release their own version of Tetris without getting any permission from anybody or thinking they had the rights to it. And that's how the Tengen version of Tetris came to be. Like Atari had the rights to do the arcade versions, but they didn't know they didn't have the rights to do the home art versions of it.
Yeah.
They did the home version of it, and then only to find out they didn't have the rights and had to recall those cards.
And then they had to get the
So what I think it means is that the Tetris company has the rights, and I think that like EA gets maybe they get a taste. So maybe maybe they get a little. So maybe they just have to say, hey, we're going to license this to Blaze. You guys are going to get a taste. Is that cool? Like, yes.
It also depends on like what kind of license there is, because like if it's like the NFL, does Electronic Arts have the exclusive rights to Tetris?
Guys, I love this. This is like so great.
That's a good one, Sean.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, this is
any version of Tetris would be welcomed.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. 100% there, and yeah, I mean, all these other cool games on this list. I mean, you've got another good mix looking like. Possibly some puzzle games, definitely some beat 'em ups, definitely some shoot 'em ups, some racing stuff,
and maybe some porn games.
Yeah, maybe some.
Thought I heard that right.
I don't know about that one. But...
I love this. I love this.
Hey, they did glass. They did glass. So
you never know.
Is Earth Defense Force only a console game, or did they do an arcade version of that too?
No, it's arcade game. That's right there.
Right here. Yep.
So we could get the arcade version of that too.
Yeah, sure. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a selection. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, tons of really awesome stuff.
All I can say is if they have like 64th Street, which is a beat 'em up, right? And then they have some shooters on this, and then they have like Tetris, then this would be like the best arcade cart. Like,
yeah, it's
still. I don't think I can't put all these games on here. I don't think it would beat the Gaelco collection.
Yeah,
nice series, of course. You're just gonna. He's like, he said, "Nice theories."
Yeah,
maybe that was in quotes, so maybe it'd be funny if we guessed it. He's like, "Nice theories, guys."
Yeah. Oh, hey, you never
and just
know.
FYI, we have like no inside knowledge or anything else.
Nope, absolutely not. Yeah, we don't know anything.
Make that clear.
In fact, it like I said, it was to the good, intrepid people over on that fans group that even got us the Saint Dragon.
Well, and it's thanks to you that I even knew there was a teaser trailer.
Yeah. So this is a great thing. So everyone, for me, this might be my favorite thing about the Evercade is just the anticipation, the curation, the discovery. Mm-hmm. Like, I kid you not, like, I enjoy this part of it just as much, sometimes even more than playing the games. I'm not gonna lie, because this is so much fun, and in my opinion, you can't get that like with another console or just loading up ROM. Like, this is what keeps me like addicted to the Evercade.
Yep.
Yeah, it is interesting to see what is going to be possible.
Yeah.
In collections, either from a technical perspective or even a licensing perspective.
Yeah, and then the good thing is, like, if you are kind of like that collector player kind of personality, you get to know, and then you get to collect, right? Like all in one thing. Jaleco does do good beat 'em up. Yes, that's right.
Yes, you did, Sean. Yes, you did.
The hype man is real.
That's
awesome.
No, he no, definitely, because, and again, I think we've talked about this. I love like how they don't reveal everything. Like, notice like the beginning of this year. Now we're just getting the roadmap. I like that we don't know all the games yet. It's like slowly the reveal. Like I like the hype train. I love that.
Well, they might not know all the games yet.
I also yes, that's true. I also like the fact, though, that we just spent 20 minutes talking about Jaleco as a possibility for this cart reveal, and we didn't do anything else about the sounds that came right before it, which means because remember, there's 2 arcade cards coming in the next wave.
Oh,
so that first bit of sounds in that teaser could be a completely different game on a completely different collection. We still haven't gotten that yet.
I don't know, because it is very well muted compared to the main sound. So it could just be background noise.
It could be, but you never know, right?
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Rich, you just opened my eyes to that. That, you know what? I didn't think that the blades could take sounds from both carts and mesh them into one. They're doing that. They're teasing.
Didn't they do that in the last teaser trail though?
Wasn't the last one for Intellivision?
Well, there was just the Intellivision one, but the very first one they ever did for an arcade collection was there was the sound for Combo Tribes, but right before that was another game, and I think that was the one that was on, like, it was on Data East or something, or Gaelco.
I don't remember it. Either I don't remember it or I never saw it.
Yeah, they did that. So I wonder what the second.
Was I clever enough to do that or not?
I love that. I love that. Not absolutes. It's like,
yeah. Yeah. Will we ever see a Psygnosis cartridge? You have to ask Sony for that one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was gonna say, I thought somebody else owns Psygnosis now, but maybe it is still Sony. Yeah.
I think I think the studio.
Maybe, you know what it is? I was watching a documentary on Lemmings, and it was that Sony had bought Psygnosis at the end of it. That's why they haven't put on any Lemmings games.
Exactly. So, but yeah, you never know. And you know what? Just in case anyone didn't hear it, I'm gonna play the teaser one more time, and then we'll move on to some Galaco, in which I will probably likely have to leave in the middle of this conversation. But yeah, let's do this.
It could just be sound effects from Saint Dragon.
So I was with you, other than the fact that the percussion in the gun sound makes it sound like it's another game. And
it could be Earth Defense Force. I mean, that's the only other shooter.
Yeah, look, Jason just said that too. Yeah, it could be. It could literally be something that was just on Jaleco. So you never know. I guess.
I thought the air horns were a troll. I really did.
Yeah,
I thought they just put in that sound effect.
Yep.
I didn't know that was in the game. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's right there too, right? Like when you play, I'll go back to here. When you play this vid, it's right there.
Yeah.
You know. So that was cool. I love it though. I love all those little like audio hints and like that kind of stuff, and you know, like having the community find all this stuff. I mean, again, Sean, kudos, man.
Just one more thing.
So
Only one more thing.
Before we move on, so here's what I predict is going to be the second arcade cart.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Jaleco and Gaelco. Just because that, and only the reason I'm basing this is absolutely silly. Just because
they rhyme.
Yeah. And,
They
and
rhyme?
because they rhyme, and we
Well,
know
you know
that
it's not Galaco, it's Galco.
Oh, Gaelco. Well, you know. You know what? I got it wrong, so now I have to do this.
Get it right or pay the price.
Yeah.
So
But it makes sense that they would release the second one would be like an indie cart, an indie arcade cart, kind of. You know what I mean? We're getting Indie Heroes 2, so that's what I predict. And then the third one's either going to be something that, you know, cool like the Sega or a Namco, which we wish. No, that's going to be the 12th cart. It'll probably be like Data East Arcade or Technos Arcade 2.
Watch, if there's a Namco arcade, it'll probably work in the VS, but not the handheld.
Yes, exactly, Sean.
come on, no,
Exactly.
just such troll.
Yeah.
He's trolling by Namco too. It's just like, no, you can't let him use it.
But we only have two games left. If we don't get a cover Hummings this time, that's fine. I think we can knock out the last two games on.
So I think though, like I don't know. I mean, people have been talking about IRM. I'm with you, Crow, on a Taito. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I want to see Taito.
That'd be really cool.
But
I want to see Taito and I want to see Zookeeper, because if we get Taito but no Zookeeper, I'll be disappointed.
but remember though that they're still trying to sell the Regret, and they have to wait for enough time.
The Zookeeper isn't on it.
Oh,
I don't think it is.
True. Okay.
And it's not even in the Taito arcade collections that are coming out for like the Switch and stuff.
Oh man, those
That
explosions
would be
in
too
Metal
great.
Slug, possibly. I don't even like. I'm with if Alice saying doubt it, but you never know for Metal Slug. I mean, I'm kind of in that camp, because that'd be, man, what a bombshell that would be.
What if it was just a Metal Slug collection that had like however many in the Metal Slug games
like
are
1 through 5, the official.
Well, it's funny because there's like 2 versions of some of those games too. So
That's true.
like
Yeah.
Metal Slug X, Metal Slug 2, they're almost the same game, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, just all the arcade Metal Slugs. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I have to ask you sometime what you think of the Milestone Egret lineups. All right.
But
All right.
if they did that, it would be kind of fun if they did throw on like the Game Boy versions for the fun of it.
Yeah.
That's what they-
So would Square Enix cooperate with the title license though? Yeah, I think. I mean, to be honest, I think yes.
Is that who owns it? Okay.
Yeah, it's Square Enix and Taito are all like a big conglomeration, because
It's kind of funny, it's like-
they're still working on that AR Space Invaders phone game in Japan.
because it's funny because it's like when you find out who owns those things now, it's because like almost all the NEC stuff is owned by Konami. They're the ones that put out the TurboGrafx Mini.
Yep,
it's kind of weird to think that they own that stuff.
I forgot. Rich has his announcement. Do we?
Yes, I got. Let's.
we might have to put We might have to put the cart review on hold then, which is fine because I want to make sure you get
delay it a week. I mean,
I want to make sure you get your thing, which is a lot more important.
All right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
you got 4 minutes.
We've got a captive audience. We got 27 people in the chat, so at least you guys can watch it, and everyone else watching on replay later can catch it too. There's some giveaway plans, and I was teasing it for a while. There will be 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 weeks of giveaways. And if for whatever reason you guys get us to 900 here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions, that'll make it 4. Just saying. But at least 3 weeks of giveaways. What's week 1? Week 1 is going to be a kind of like a video games monthly box idea that I have as a giveaway. What I'm going to ask is first we're going to do the numbers and we're going to get a winner, right? Winner will choose a legacy system. Could be Atari, Intellivision, NES, or Genesis. And then I will go to Retro Classics in Somerville, New Jersey, and grab 3 games randomly that either mean the same thing to me or someone in the Bacon Ice Cream Productions family and put it in a box and send it to you. That is giveaway 1.
So that's like Rich's Picks, but in a...
It is a Rich's Picks.
Rich's Picks box. Here.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So that'll be giveaway 1. What's giveaway 2 and 3? I don't know. Maybe you're just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to tease you. But at least giveaway 1, which will happen next week. So be here back in this chat. Because that's how we're gonna give it away. Will be a Rich's Picks box, kind of video games monthly style, sent to you 3 games from the system of your choice in the legacy category. So couldn't have sent it any better myself. So be here. Awesome. Be here next week for that awesome giveaway. And this, of course, is the celebration of thanking you guys for being such an awesome part of the community and giving us love here on the channel, hitting that red button, and pushing us up further and faster. So thank you guys, and hopefully we'll see you next week for week 1 of the giveaways. But you got to keep coming back to us to find out which one is going to be week 2 and week 3, and then when we get to 900, of course, we're going to do it again. But I think I like that idea, and we're going to play with that a little. So week 2s will be similar, but it'll be a different category. It might actually be very, very close to home here on the Evercast. So that's a little tease. All right, awesome. So I guess then, we were gonna do Gaelco, but we're running out of time. We gotta I gotta roll.
That's fine. I mean, speculation and news always precede
absolutely
everything else.
Absolutely. Well, see, even Al has to go. So have a good so there we go. Can the VS handle Jaguar games? I don't know. There's been
the emulator because
I didn't think anything could really handle Jaguar emulation. I thought it was kind of tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's even tricky on PC. But if someone can crack that code and get one working on a low power, I think the VS's processor would be capable of handling, creating the graphics. I think it's all like that. It's the hardware emulation side is all that crazy stuff. Crow ships a bit. I don't know about that.
I'm not even having one shipped to me.
Maybe if Rich gets to 1 million subs, then
well, we'll see. That's a long road to hoe, my friends. I'm just trying to get to 1,000 so we can start doing things for good causes, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you guys got anything real quick you want to tease coming up before we wrap?
Well, I am. Like I was mentioning before, I am kind of redoing how I'm handling the Evercade stuff. So the next couple of things I'm working on will be re-ranking everything that I've already done. And no, people have been talking about this, and yes, I did get this, but I don't even know when I'm opening this, to be honest. so it might be a while before I open that up.
You got to let me know though when you do and you get it.
Oh, I probably the only reason I'm really holding off on it because I might make a video unboxing it. I don't know. Yeah, and yeah. I could open it up, but I don't have time to be messing around with it right now.
Gotcha. All right, what do we got? What do we got to edit?
Well, so I think next week's video, I think what I'm gonna have to do is, I think I'm gonna have to do a recreation of me, and my journey of me going through with the Renovation one. I think that'll be,
Okay.
I think that'll be,
Cool.
I think that'll be fun because, well, I do want to do a first impressions with a Gremlin collection, and initially because of that, I wasn't as excited. I don't know, something like that. Otherwise, the only other off the wall fun thing is actually after this. At my mom's church, they're having like a garage sale or flea market or whatever. So you never know what turns up over there. So
Exactly. Like, cool stuff.
So after this, I'll be going over there, and I just took up like $30 in cash. So that's like my budget. Will I find something? Will I not? Who knows?
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right, cool. And then of course over here on the bacon ice cream side of things, your usual. We're gonna try to get through Dungeon 6 in Golden Axe Warrior on Monday. We've got another iMagic game coming to you on INTV Tuesday. Some more indie Atari VCS goodness on Wednesday and Thursday. And then what is the collection? It is Indie Heroes Collection 1 on the Fun for 5 on Friday before we get to next Saturday, where we're going to finally get into that Gaelco collection and find out what's about these last 3 games. And of course, every single one of those videos all week long will be plugging the fact that you need to show back up here next week so we can do that first giveaway, which would be awesome. So thanks, everyone, yet again for coming in and hanging out with us and talking awesome stuff. And until next time, we will see you next time for some more Evercade goodness. Oh, and no is the answer to that question, Jason. I did not get the link out of my Evercade yet. Maybe that'll be a video. Who knows? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But until next time, guys, we will catch you next week. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
See you.
Hey, yo, days. Hey, yo,